We're in the mid-60s this morning, and that's probably where we're going to hold for the majority of the morning. We have this east to southeast wind supporting some slightly warmer air. We don't exactly have rain downtown, but at the airport we do have a few light spots coming down. But generally, we've all been at the same level the entire morning. Usually at this point, we start seeing some signs of warming up, but even in the areas that have sunshine, haven't moved a whole lot. Fort Dodge has been holding at 64 all morning long, and they are out of this rainy setup. Now, this has been dissipating a lot, clearing up. And it's just the rainfall. The cloud cover is still with us. Now, we will see it thin out a bit for a few hours, but it will redevelop and become a dense, gloomy setup by this afternoon and evening. And that gives us some evidence that we could stay in the upper 60s for this afternoon, but wouldn't count on it too much. It's still July. It's still a southeast wind that moves more towards the southwest. And then Saturday morning, while this is showing cloud cover, it's really showing fog because we're going to have, even though this rainfall hasn't been overly productive, it's still trapping moisture down at the surface. It's a prime setup for us to see dense fog, and then it dissipates fairly quickly because everything in the upper levels is all clear, and we'll get that temperature dew point difference very soon. Now going into Sunday morning, mid to upper 70s, very muggy start. That afternoon, we start climbing to the dangerous heat index levels, looking at 100 to 105 for Sunday, and then seeing it increase again on Monday. That's why we have our weather impact alerts for Sunday and Monday. Heat index values between 100 and 110, and we already see the heat advisor go active Saturday afternoon. So for Saturday, an isolated spot or two could reach 100, but not a widespread situation. We really need to see how that cloud cover and fog pans out for Saturday morning to midday. But Sunday into Monday, extreme heat watch, very justified. Easily seeing this turn into an extreme heat warning for Sunday afternoon and then again for Monday afternoon, because that looks very promising to have our heat index values really climb. But on Monday, what ends all this is a weak cold front. It's cold enough, or it cools us down enough to get our heat index below 100. Still have high of around 92. So we're still going to be on the warmer side of things as we're all under this heat ridge, but there's some signs of things starting to drop off. But before we get to that, we got to get through this setup with heat index values of 100 to 105 for Sunday, and then 105 to even up to 112 potentially on Monday. Now, getting above that would be a bit of a stretch. Maybe we have a 113 somewhere. This is also the best chance of us seeing 100 degrees on a more widespread basis. But this heat ridge sticks with us. It's not going anywhere. What we do see is that eastern side start to retract a bit more as the center does push a little further to the west and weaken as a whole. That will allow us to get some cooler air for the incoming first couple of days of August, but it doesn't get us below average, at least not yet. So for this weekend, it's hot, but we do have a lot of sunshine. Just be careful each day and try to not spend too much time outside. Make sure you have water, you stay hydrated, and that you're always easily able to get inside somewhere just to get out of the heat. Get through that Tuesday and Wednesday, back to classic summer with low 90s. Still a bit on the warmer side, but tolerable outside. Thursday does bring a chance of rainfall, but that kicks in as this ridge weakens, and that slowly brings us back down to where we should be for this time of year. And we can't say it's going to be something that sticks around for a while. That heat ridge just suppresses a bit, and there's good signs that this could easily start drifting further east, which would put us right back under it and take us right back into the 90s as we get into that second full weekend of August.